scared.
The mouse is taking off. The hamster's rolling down
Hello. I guess I'm live now. It took me about 45 minutes, but I figured it out. Apparently there's a secret button on a secret web page that says go live. I just want everybody to know I clicked go live at least 5 times to get on the internet. And now that I'm on the internet, everything that I say will be forever. So I better be careful what I say and what I do. So my name's Jason Uzu. I'm watching this channel now go live, and it should be live. Yes, it is. Terrifying. During this short video, which will be about 10-15 minutes or so, I will be showing you how to animate some videos. And man, I've got a lot of windows up. Hold on a second. There we are. I'm going to be showing you guys how to, well, not showing you how, but really just taking you along on the process of editing a video for our Facebook page. And if you've been on the Lava House Media Facebook page, you would have seen the header that we have up there, and we have a great deal of headers now, a collection of headers, if you will. And these headers are really just for updated information, or they can be the title. And for Lava House Media, it is really just our title. Usually what we do is we'll take our Lava House logo, which is what you see here, modified for our lab YouTube page, and we'll put something behind it. So what I'm going to do today is really just edit a new video. So I'm going to switch over here. That's me. Are you getting this? Is there a delay? Alright. So I just switched our slide and I'm waiting to see it here. Don't see it? Yeah, it must be delayed. This is me, Jason Uzu. I was within Lava House Media for a year and a half, and I still am associated. I'm still working within and with my fellow colleagues. This is me. Hi. How you doing? I've been working with the Lava House Media team since I've been back. I actually live quite far away, but I've returned just to assist them in various projects, and this is one of them, going live and showing you guys how we create the magic that is Lava House. The first thing I'll be doing today is creating a new composition. So I'm in After Effects already, and what I'm going to be doing is bringing in an element that I would like to animate for the back end of our animation. And I think it's better if you guys can see me. Hold on just a second. Let me bring myself in here. Where am I? Hold a second here. There we are. Hi. Swing myself down a little bit here. So it's better if you can see me. I think it's more intimate that way. So I'm going to make a new composition. Well, first of all, I'm going to bring in my element. I've got a picture. I found a photograph design element that I'd like to put in the back of our Lava House logo. I think I saved it to my desktop. Maybe to downloads. Oh, don't remember.
Mouse, brother.
Can you see the mouse?
You need a mouse.
Yeah, I need a mouse. Definitely need a mouse. Give me a second, I'm trying to find out where I saved it. You ever save something and then totally lose it? That's how really unorganized I am. How did I ever get anything done? Here it is. I found this really cool, like, deep space kind of photograph. And I think on the page right now we have like a cloud element. I used like some sort of like smoky colored element on our Facebook page. You can go to our Facebook page right now, facebook.com/lavahousemedia, and go there and check it out. It's I animated it to be like, animated smoke, but that is actually a static photograph. So I don't know. I didn't feel like putting more video on top of video. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm really going to animate this. So I'm going to bring this over and drop it onto new composition from footage, and we'll be able to see this element. And there you can see it. It's like space. Pretty wild. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so we can see what we're working with. Golly, that's a huge picture. I'll zoom out even more.
Suggested pixel size for video Facebook, 820 462.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, the suggested pixel size for Facebook is 820 by 462 pixels
For video header.
for the video headers. That's more or less what we edit our videos to. I've also found, Don, that our videos often do better at the 1920 by 1080 size. For some reason, you can move it fits better, and you can move it around a little bit better. And I think Facebook has realized that most people don't have video editing software, so it's better to do it at the exact dimensions that they ask for, which is 820 by 462. But by all means, you don't have to. I'm going to zoom this down a little bit and pop this in. This should have
It has to be 20 to 90 seconds long.
20 by and also the headers have to be 20 to 90 seconds long. I'm a little bit disappointed. I dropped this into the new composition button, and what really should happen is After Effects should realize that this photograph has a certain dimension, and then it should be a certain size. Can you see me down there? Wow, you can see me. I can't even see myself. All right, I better be careful with what I do with my... Oh, it's on a delay, okay. So, we're looking at space now, and it's pretty cool. But we need our Lava House logo. So I'm going to bring in our Lava House logo, which I have saved to the desktop again. And it's hidden within my desktop settings. Where are you? There it is. Here we are. So I'm going to bring it in. I'm just going to drop it on top of this spacey background. And oh my golly, it is massive. It is massive. What are we looking at here? Composition settings. 6,000 by 4,000 pixels. That's way too big. Okay, so I'm gonna dial that down. $1920 by 1080 at least. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There. Okay. So I've had a little bit of a problem here, and the problem is that I may have to restart this because what I've done is I've accidentally brought in a photograph that is way, way too big. Let me start over. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a new composition in 1920 by 1080. And again, you can set these composition settings to be the Facebook header sizes, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to be a rebel. Bring in as well the photograph which we downloaded, Deep Space. Bring that back in there. I'm just going to drop it in. And it's way too big, but that's okay. We might have a cool effect there. And I'm going to bring back in Lava House. So when you're doing any kind of graphic work, you're really going to be doing the same things over and over again and trying to figure out your own mistakes. That's usually what I'm doing. Like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I have to fix it. And I have to go back and restart again. Looking for Lava House on desktop. And you can do either two things. You can just drag and drop it or throw it onto the timeline like that. It's a little bit small. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Here we are. I'm gonna zoom, make this a little bit bigger. And there we are. Now, because I'm working with files that I've imported onto my other computer, I will be uploading some higher res versions, but because I'm streaming, I've had to use some lower res of logos and stuff like that. So if you guys see any kind of like pixels on the edge of these logos, that's the reason why. So my first step is I've got this space, right? And I want to make this kind of, I want to make it move. I want to make it do something. So I'm going to bring in an effect. I'm going to bring in probably one of my favorite effects. Golly. Distort, and that's probably where I'll find Liquify. I believe it is Liquify, but there's a whole lot of things you could use on this. I'm going to drop this onto my space layer. And I'm going to pop this open. And this is where really editing takes place. The minute editing that goes with After Effects. I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to think about how can I make this effect work for me and make this, space move either subtly or violently in the background. I'm going to go in here to Liquify, Composition Options, maybe Distort Percentage, Warp Tool Options, View Options. That's not it. I think it might be better to use a displacement map or a turbulent displace on this. It'll take too much time to use the other one. So I'm going to go back in here and got complexity here. If I pull this up a little bit, I will see that this begins to change. If I do the amount, we can see some weird kind of glassy effect happening in the background, like all of space has turned into some sort of like boiling pot of water. And I want to animate that because I think that's really cool. So I'm going to set one of my keyframes here at the beginning, and I'm going to bring that probably to the right before the 15-second mark. How long was the time now on Facebook for these videos?
20 to 90.
It's 20 to 90 seconds, and the videos I created for the Facebook page were like 19 seconds. They're really strict about it. It has to be at least 20 seconds long. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to slightly move 50 to 57 on the amount of displacement here, so we can see a little bit of animation. And I might have a bit of trouble here. I don't know if you guys can see this because I am streaming, but this is getting animated quite a bit in the background. We're seeing third. Let me turn that down to third. Turn that up a little bit more. Okay. Start around here. Okay. We pull this a little bit. You can see beyond the fuzz that this is slightly distorting, contorting into some kind of strange looking liquid. And I don't want this to really, I don't want it to change too much, so I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to change the amount on this. That says it was at 100%, so I'm going to change it back to like 110. Here we are. And at this point I'm going to go back and make another keyframe. I'm going to change this back to 100 again. And I'm going to do another one again. I was going to do 120 this time. And 140. And you can see that I think this is about, this might be about is this 2 minutes already? Yeah, this is. I forget how I set this up. And frames. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. This is 2 seconds. 8 seconds, 15 seconds, 25 seconds. What do we have it here? I had to adjust the timeline because I forgot to set it. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to see this fully animated because we're streaming and it'll just take forever and a day to animate this out. And the animation is so subtle, so you guys are just gonna have to imagine that you're able to see the animation here. I mean, you might be able to see it from here, actually. Like a watery kind of animation. I found out that streaming really takes a lot of like streaming and doing video editing takes a lot of like power to do.
Especially that go live button.
Yeah. Going live and then video editing is actually pretty difficult to do because I'm using the video card for two different things. I'm kind of rendering some of this so you guys can see what I'm doing. It's kind of a cool effect. I mean, there's other things you can do as well. You can change colors. I mean, there's really no limit to what you can do with After Effects. I mean, After Effects is industry standard software for animation and high-end editing, really. They use it for films. I imagine they've used a lot of it for any supernatural television series episodes, if you watch that show. There we go. We might be able to see something now. So, you guys look really carefully. You probably can see very subtly we have some motion there in the background. My idea was it wouldn't be very much. Just enough. Just enough. I'm going to add another layer to this. So I'm going to go down to go size. And I'm going to start adding in. I'm going to bring this keyframe over. Size. Start at 100. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit. And we're going to add some spinnies or some goobulars. I don't know the proper term for this. But you're really going to start to see more of an effect in the background. And you guys probably can see this now. I turn the renderer back to full so you can see this. You see that the stars are no longer stationary anymore. They're kind of like water droplets now. If I turn this effect off, you'll see that everything returns back to being a spacey background. But the before and after here, you can see how much it's distorting even though we're streaming. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I might move this over so that we can see more of a subtle effect over the term of the video. So I'm going to start here and then pull this over. And again, I have to turn down the renderer and turn it back down to 1/4. You probably can't see this because neither can I. It seems that it's not showing me updates in here anymore. There we are, third. Well, anyway, because the stream is taking up so much of my data, it's having trouble processing this video, so I apologize if you're watching this right now. Let's start this back to 100. yeah, well, anyway, you were able to see some of the subtle effects we were able to do here. We basically more or less brought in a video, not a video, but our Love House logo, and then we placed it on top of a static background, which was that space logo, and then we animated the space logo, but it left Lava House Media stationary. If you go to the Facebook page now, facebook.com/Lava House Media, that is the URL, right? Yeah, facebook.com/Lava House Media. You can take a look at our current Facebook header, which is a fantastic way to bring in clients and show them how professional your business is. If you have a Facebook page for your business, a header is often a really great asset to have. Also logos. I remember Lava House Media does do logos and web pages. So we are always looking for clients and always interested in new project ideas. So if you have anything that you would like to see done, we can do that for you. Just give us a holler. You can go to lavahousemedia.com, which is our website, and check us out there too. As well as pull this down a little bit. I'll show you the website real quick. This is our website, so you can check us out on lavahousemedia.com, and you can scroll down. Well, I don't have this full page. Hold on. Where? You can go over to Contact Us and scroll down and type in your details, and we'll contact you as soon as we can. Or you can call us on 740-297-6775. That's our phone number. So yeah, and subscribe to the Lava House YouTube channel, please. Thank you so much for watching our video today, and I'd like to thank you for standing me for this amount of time. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.